Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking onto my video. Today I'm going to be using some new makeup to create this makeup look. Definitely perfect for the fall, I think, right? So yeah, I'm welcoming the fall now. I feel like summer just flew by, and although it's not quite fall yet, it's right around the corner. The weather out here is already getting cool. It's been very rainy and just I'm getting that fall vibe already. So I'm gonna have to start busting out my fall candles and taking out my favorite sweaters. So that gets me excited, and with that comes new makeup. So today I'm gonna be playing with some new makeup that I've just gotten. So most of this is brand new to me, so it's gonna be a lot of first impressions, and the few items that I have already used, I'll go ahead and share my thoughts with you guys on those products thus far. So if you want to see what I used to get this fallish makeup look, just keep on watching. To prime my face, I'm going to use this primer here from Anna Sui. It is called the Gel Foundation Primer. So this here is just a little sample I received from Beautylish during one of my last orders. Ooh, that feels so weird. So it's like it's creamy, but it feels like gelatin. So actually, let me read this. So this is just a little description that came with this product. It says here, the gel creme primer that leaves skin deliciously smooth. Inspired by the silky texture of the French dessert blanche, this primer spreads like a delectable creme to conceal pores and hydrate for an even, dewy complexion. So yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. It's odd, but it's interesting. So I grabbed about that much. The only thing that kind of scares me about this primer is that it's got that rose scent. It's not super overpowering or anything, but I do get a little concerned. So my face always turns red when I apply any type of primer, even when I moisturize. So this is just my face reacting to me rubbing my skin. It's not the actual product. So far my skin does feel very hydrated. It looks hydrated. I don't feel like it did too much for my pores, but we'll just test it out on its own. I'm not gonna add any other type of primer. Now, as far as foundation and concealer, I'm really excited because I actually received these two products from Influenster. So I feel really lucky that I get to try these two products out from Shiseido. These are their new Complexion products. So I'm not sure how well these are gonna work on me, because when you're filling out these questions online, they'll show you a picture of swatches, but it's really hard to tell. So we'll see. The full name of the foundation is Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. It's oil-free and has an SPF of 30, which is quite awesome. And they sent me the shade 320 Pine. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake it well. So just to be clear with how Influencer works, when they send you these products, it's obviously for free, but it is for testing purposes. So that's what we're gonna do today, test this out a little bit. Now it says to shake well, twist cap to unlock the pump. And it's got the pump right there like that, so. Okay, so this right here is 2 pumps of that foundation. And as you can see, it's quite liquidy. It's definitely runny. So that always gets me more excited because I feel like it's not gonna be such a heavy foundation. Okay, let me give you guys more information on this because I really don't know much about this product here. A Shiseido First In foundation that refreshes non-stop. Active Force technology synchronizes with skin and helps to resist heat, oil, humidity, and motion for a fresh, natural finish that lasts all day. 24-hour wear, flawless, weightless comfort, medium buildable coverage. So, okay. I am even more excited about this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use a brush. No surprise there. This is my IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. Going to go straight in. Okay, this shade, it looks a little yellow. I don't believe I detect a scent, but I'm not 100 Like I smell something, it smells nice, but I don't know if it's my brush or if it's the actual foundation. I don't know, I think it's my brush. If it is the foundation, it's very light anyway, and it smells nice, but it might be the actual brush. Now it does actually spread quite nicely, and a little bit seems to go a long way. And it feels very light on the skin. Okay, so here it is, half of my face, well, about half of my face with the foundation and then the other half without. I actually really do like the coverage. It's definitely not a full coverage right off the bat. Maybe with some building up. My concern right now is that the dry patch that I have right here is extremely emphasized at the moment. Like, that's bad. I didn't even know I had a dry patch like that big, and it looks pretty bad right now. So I'm gonna keep applying this. We'll see how this turns out. Sometimes I do find that foundations will initially look like that, and then just after a little bit of wear, it kind of then just like melts into the skin better and it's more cohesive. So I'm hoping that that's the case for this one. We'll see, I guess. And then of course other foundations just get worse throughout the day. So we'll see which one of the two this one's gonna be like. Okay, my redness is showing quite a bit, and I do have a lot of surface area where I want a little bit more coverage. I have not used the 2 pumps that I dispensed here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just with my brush pick up whatever's left here, or not even all of it, just some of it. And then in a pouncing motion with my brush, I'm gonna apply another layer. Dry patchiness aside, I'm very excited and happy with how this foundation applied. Now that I think about it, I am trying out a new primer too, so it could be the combination of those two. So I'm gonna have to test these out separately and just see how they work on their own. But as of right now, I really like how my skin looks. I like the coverage I have. There is some of my redness still peeking through a little bit, but it looks more of a flush to my skin. Because the foundation does give that natural look, my redness is gonna show through. But once my skin calms down in a little bit, hopefully that won't be showing all too much. But yeah, I liked it. To apply it was just super, super easy, very, very nice. So now the concealer. So they sent me the shade 301 Medium, and the full name of the concealer is Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer. Okay, this is like an hourglass doe foot applicator. And just go straight in. Oh, this is very yellow based. The foundation actually turned out to be a really, really beautiful match for me. This one, we'll see. I do like darker concealers because I feel like they help disguise my dark circles a lot more. So okay, I'm just gonna apply it there, and then we'll spread it out with the brush. So far I'm really liking these two products. My dry patch is also starting to look more, well, less dry. So that's good. That's actually very, very exciting. Next, I want to use this product. So this is nothing new. It's kind of glaring, so sorry. This is nothing new to the makeup world. It's new to me. I actually received it during this month's Boxy Luxe box, and I'm really excited because I actually never tried it. So it's from Tarte, and it is the Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette. And this here is how it looks inside. It is really, really pretty. So you get two brightening shades. It's a one like that's more of a pinkish tone, yellow tone, and then these, I feel like this first and last one look more like bronzers because they have more of a shimmery finish, whereas the two middle ones look perfect for contouring. So that's gonna be nice. I don't have a new setting powder, so I'm just gonna dip into this shade in Enhance. It's the more yellow brightening powder. I'm just gonna pat that under my eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this around my entire T-zone area. I'm gonna try to contour a little bit, so I'm picking up Angle here. And we're going to chisel these cheekbones. Well, that's actually, seems like it's got a red undertone. So that's not gonna work out too well. So I just don't really like the undertone of this contour shade because it's not, I mean, it's supposed to cast a shadow, and though I do feel like it's giving some structure to my face, it's not in the most flattering way just because my face now looks more red. I don't know how it's showing on camera, but I feel like I'm emphasizing my redness already. So yeah, that one's a little bit disappointing. I'm gonna use Princess Cut with the same brush and just kind of go on the sides of my nose. Maybe Princess Cut would be better. Let me see. I'm gonna do a swatch of both. So this is Princess Cut. And then, yeah, so I think Princess Cut would have been a better choice for me instead of using Angled. All right, so for next time, hopefully I remember that and I do it properly. Before I actually go into bronze, I do want to apply some highlighters. So I'm going to use this one from Milk Makeup. This is their Flex highlighter, and I have mine in the shade Lit. So people have been raving about this highlighter. All right, so I'm going to use a fan brush, which is not really something I use all that frequently for highlighters, so we'll just go with it. And I've learned that this is for sure one of those that you want to really work in. But this highlighter really does look very, very pretty. I have been enjoying it. I've had it for about a week now, and I haven't actually been wearing makeup all that much this past week. I've had kind of a funky week. It's been kind of weird. But the days that I have worn makeup, this is what I've been wearing, and I really like it. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to, sticking with this palette still, I'm gonna dip into Crown. And then apply this as my bronzer. Okay, so the bronzer's nice, nothing out of this world. So far the palette is black for me. But I do gotta say though, this month's Boxy Luxe box was so amazing. I was like obsessing over most of the products that I got. This here was definitely something I was looking forward to trying. Again, because it's been out for such a long time and I had never used it before, so it was nice to get that, and it was nice to try it out. Moving on, blush. This is like the tiniest little thing. All right, so this was another little sample that I got. I got this one from Sephora, and this is one of the new formulas that Bare Minerals came out with. It's the Bounce and Blur blush, and I have mine in the shade Mauve Sunrise. So I have not used this yet. Okay. But that's a swatch of it. So it's a really, hopefully can you guys see that? So it's a really, really nice shade. To the touch, these feel really, really nice. It's definitely that cream to powder feeling. This is actually softer, and I feel like it picks up more pigment with the swatch. I haven't applied it yet, so we'll see. I'm sorry if you guys hear that. My dogs are in here. I'm gonna, oh my gosh, they're so cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply with my finger then. Okay, that's nice actually. I usually don't mind using my fingers for makeup, but it just feels odd with this for some reason. So I picked up a brush, and it looks like it actually picked up quite a bit of product there. And so we'll just use this instead. Oh, okay, that's nice. I like that. Okay, so I think that looks really pretty. It kind of gives like a sheen finish, but with quite a bit of pigment. It looks like my eyes are creasing a little bit with that concealer. I'm just gonna go in with my finger and just tap away. For brows, I got a new brow pencil. These were on sale at Ulta for 50% off. They're currently doing their 21 days of beauty. And this is the Beige Brow Definer. It's the triangular brow pencil. So it's not like the regular, like, it's not the Brow Wiz, like the little tiny one. I actually thought those were going to be on sale too because they typically are. But this is the one that has like that triangular tip. Let me take it out more. So that's how it looks. And I actually don't mind these. So I picked up a few and I have not used these in a very long time. So hopefully I like it. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed through this part because I have nothing to say when it comes to brows. I totally forgot how much I actually do enjoy these. It's really quick, perfect for like when you're in a rush to use something like this. Of course, if you have thin eyebrows, maybe this wouldn't work that well for you. By the way, mine is in the shade medium brown and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. All right, so eyes. Okay, for eyes, I got the new Viseart palette. This one is called the Dark Edit, and this is how it looks. I've already used this one only once. It's got this purple packaging, so this is what we're gonna be using right now. I also picked up, when I ordered my eyebrow pencils, I also picked up, where is it? Okay, these two from Nudestix. Ulta's also having a sale on their matte and shimmer Nudestix. I believe it's buy one get one 50% off. So I picked up the shade Terra and Chocolate. So I'm gonna use Terra as a base for my eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and freely apply this. And you can use a brush to blend this out. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger. And this shade too, again, this one's Terra, is a very nice shade to just even wear on its own, especially for those like no makeup looks or just like a real simple natural look. It looks nice. So I want to give that a little bit of time to make sure it dries fully. In the meantime, let me talk a little bit more about this palette because I did forget to mention a lot of the Viseart palettes are easily depotted. They have like little indents on the top and bottom of each pan here where you can just stick your fingers in. So just like this. Okay, can you guys see that? I don't know. And pull it out. So they're magnetic. So you see, so if you are somebody that likes to depot your eyeshadows, that's great. I don't do that anymore. I would do it, of course, for my makeup kit in the past because it just made life a lot easier to have everything condensed. But now I like to keep everything in their own packaging. It's just how I like it. The only other drawback about this, which, I mean, it really does depend on the person. I don't know, it's not that big of a drawback, it's just a little one. It's the fact that the names are not listed anywhere on this palette. They're only listed here in the back of the packaging. So I was about to throw this out last night and then I remembered I need the names so that I can read them off to you guys while I'm doing my makeup today. So the first shade I want to go into is this one up here. It's called Permission. And I'm going to apply that all over my lid. And just take it from there. Again, I don't have any specific look I'm going for today, so we'll see what I come up with. So I'm just gonna tap it. This palette is definitely super pigmented. This palette is really good for the fall. It's just perfect, just perfect. Now I'm gonna dip into Olive. I'm gonna apply this in this outer corner here. And do a little bit of blending in this spot only. Okay, I do wanna go up higher. Let me grab another brush because that's not doing it for me. Okay, just wanna take this higher here. I'm gonna go in with this shade called Lavender. What I do have to say though about this shade is when I first used this palette, this is the shade that I used all over my lid, and I did find it to be a little bit more patchy and harder to work with. From what I hear, purples are hard to do, especially with a matte finish. So I don't know if maybe, I guess maybe that has a little bit to do with it. I'm gonna apply this on this outer corner of the lid here, just to add more color to this look. So I'm just patting it. I grabbed quite a bit of product, so that's why I'm just going back and forth here. They look so pretty. Oh. I just love playing with eyeshadow and just the looks that you come up with. Sometimes, like I said, even before I started doing this, I had no idea what direction I was gonna go. This is definitely a very fallish look, but I mean, it's appropriate. We're pretty much, okay, it's not quite fall yet, but we're pretty much there. So I just dipped into Calypso, and it's this shimmery velvety shade. And I'm gonna apply this in the inner corner. All right, so now I'm gonna go in for the bottom lash line, and I don't know if I like that purple in my inner corner there. I think I just screwed up this look, but okay, we'll see. So I'm just gonna apply this in the bottom lash line. This is the chocolate shade. And just with my finger, I'm gonna smudge that out. These are very easy to blend out, but you do have to act fast. So I do recommend you work one eye at a time with these nude sticks. I'm gonna pick up Toffee. So it's this first shade up here. And I'm gonna go over this chocolate shade I just applied with this one. So I just applied my mascara, and I used this one from ColourPop. It is not from ColourPop, from IT Cosmetics, and it is the Lash Blowout. So this is the collaboration that they had with Dry Bar. The packaging is so cute. This is one of the items I hauled during the Sephora summer sale. The mascara itself is good. I don't know if I recommend it. So this is a new lipstick product from Dior. It is from the Rouge Dior collection called the Ultra Care Liquid. And I have I think it's the Flower Oil Liquid Lipstick Ultra Weightless Wear Petal Velvet Finish. So I got mine in the shade 639 Wonder. This is not the shade I was eyeing. The one that I wanted ended up selling out, but I decided to pick up this one. So this is more of a Your Lips But Better, or for me, and that's how it looks. But I do need a lip liner with this one because it's a very light shade for my lips. That it's not like concealer lips, but I feel like I need some definition to my lips with this. So I'm gonna go in with the Beige Neutral Lip Liner from Sisley. So this lipstick has a scent to it. It's like a perfumey scent. Hopefully it dissipates after a little bit. It feels very comfortable. It feels more like a whipped consistency, or a whip consistency. Okay, so that's a very wearable shade. And by the way, this is how the doe foot applicator looks. It's a little bit angled, as you can see. It's triangular, and it's got like a little dip to it. All right, so before I finish the look, I forgot I wanted to line my top lash line. So I'm just gonna go in and just create a nice little line. So this here I also got in my Boxy Luxe box. It is the Hank & Henry Stick With It eyeliner. And for some reason I was looking at the cap and I thought it was going to be, as you can see there, more of a like brownish, maybe even like a purple liner, and it's a black eyeliner. Since I opened it already, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it because I opened it to swatch it thinking it was gonna be a different shade. So that's what I get for assuming, and for not reading the shade. It says Blickity Black. That's the shade name. Real quickly, I'm going to line my lash line. Okay, that applied with a lot of ease. All right, so maybe I'm not gonna regret keeping this. Okay, wow, I really like that actually. So hopefully it stays put, but it was very, very easy to apply. So here's my final look using all of these new goodies. So a quick roundup for all the products that I used. As far as the primer, I obviously have to keep trying it out. So far, I actually really do like how my skin looks. It could be a combination of both the primer and the foundation. They actually seem to be working pretty well together now. So initially it wasn't looking all that great. I was a little scared, but I really like how my skin is looking. So this is something I am excited to continue using. As far as the foundation, same thing. I'm gonna have to keep testing this out. I do really like this. I'm actually really happy with the foundation shade that they ended up sending me. Again, that's 320 Pine. The concealer also worked really, really well. Even considering the shade, I was a little bit afraid of it. I might end up picking up another shade. We'll see. I'll keep trying this one out, see how I feel about it. But so far, the actual consistency is pretty nice. It did crease where I had to go in with my finger to blend it out a little bit. As of right now, there is very minimal creasing. But as I've mentioned before with concealers, that just is what it is. I'm now about to turn into my mid-30s. Yeah, I'm gonna have some creases, especially in the under eye area, so that's just how it is. The Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, this I was very, very excited about. I can't say I'm like disappointed, but I'm a little disappointed. I don't know, I was expecting to really love this. The packaging of it is really nice. I'm gonna try it again, and next time I'm gonna contour with the shade Princess Cut, so I think it'll suit me a lot better as a contour. But everything else worked fine. The Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter, I really like this. I'm so happy I ended up convincing myself to pick it up because I think it applies really nicely. So I really like this. I think the shade, even for myself, I got Lit, worked really well, so I'm happy with that. The Bounce and Blur little blush sample that I have here, this was nice. I prefer with the brush though. There was just something about it that I didn't really like applying it with my fingers, but with a brush, it actually did a really good job, and it still looks really nice. Granted, I know I just finished doing my makeup, but I do feel like it's gonna have a pretty good lasting power. What else? The eyebrow pencil, I told you guys, this is also nothing new, just newer to, it's more of a rediscovery for me. The product itself is a new one, but I have used this in the past, and I do like it. The eyeshadow palette is really, really beautiful. I think if you're thinking about picking it up, definitely go for it. It's really beautiful, perfectly suited for the fall time, as you can see with today's eye look. The Nudestix that I purchased are also really nice, so I'm happy I got those. This eyeliner I'm very impressed with. We'll see how it wears, but I'm very happy. I mentioned the mascara, it's not something I'm very excited about. It's good, but not good enough for me to even recommend. The lipstick, it feels really nice. It feels very cushiony. It feels like, again, it's like that whipped consistency. So it's very comfortable. I like the shade. I can still smell the fragrance from it, which I don't like. Like, it's not a heavy scent like from my lips right now, but I can still smell it, and I can kind of taste it too. So there was another shade I had mentioned that I really wanted. I don't think I'm gonna pick that up because I don't like tasting the fragrance. Alright guys, so that is it as far as today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions or any feedback about any of these products, please let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you haven't yet, you want to make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. Until next time.